Hey, here I am. It's Kearsarge Pass. About, I don't know, a mile or so up already, just tackling these switchbacks. Pretty awesome day already. Yeah, so we're gonna spend 6 nights in Kings Canyon National Park, which is amazing. If you've never been to Kings Canyon in Sequoia, you need to go. Real accessible from the California side. We're on the east side right now, but the west side's easier to get to by car and everything. Awesome trees, awesome backcountry. In my mind, better than Yosemite. A lot less people, just amazing. So here we go, 6 nights. Kearsarge Pass starting out. Hopefully make it to Lake Reflection tonight. Yeah. All right, catch you guys later. Hey there. We are about halfway between Vedette Meadow and Junction Meadow on Bob's Creek. And this spot, you saw in the little video before, holds a real special place in my heart. Probably about 12, 13 years ago, me and my brother were up here. And you know, that's special being with your brother and everything else, but it was kind of it was my first backpacking trip to begin with, so that was interesting. But also, it was the start of some healing between me and my brother, because about 10 years before that, my dad had passed away, and it was real hard on all family, of course, as you might imagine. But me and my brother kind of drifted apart. We'd always been really close. just filled with anger and bitterness, just at life and what had happened, and kind of just ate at us to where at a point we didn't want to really be around each other. And it was nearly 10 years like that. And so this trip, when it came up here, other than being a little horrible because of the first trip, it we kind of just started realizing that we weren't treating each other very well, and that wasn't how we were raised. Certainly not what my dad would have wanted. Certainly not what my mom wanted. So yeah, and it's this very spot. I got pictures. There might be some dug up in this video. I don't know. At this very spot, and you know, a lot of places you don't really remember when you're out here. You remember the whole experience, but for some reason, this exact spot right here with the waterfall behind me, I really remember it, and it brings back that memory of that trip and the healing that started for me and my brother. So yeah, don't spend 10 years being angry and bitter. You know, forgive yourself, forgive others, and that's how you should live. So I regret losing those 10 years, you know, when I could have had a better relationship with my brother and with my family. So, and it's what Jesus would want you to do too, so that's pretty cool. I mean, he was a good guy, right? Anyways, I hope you enjoy it. We're heading down to camp. One of the guys is feeling sick, so that's not cool at all. Hopefully he feels better tomorrow, but we're trying to just keep water and electrolytes in him. So hopefully better news tomorrow. I'll catch you guys later. We are at, well, I don't know if it has, it's a lake right below Longley Pass. I haven't filmed much today. It's about, I don't know, 11:30. We camped last night at Junction Meadow and made our way up here all morning long, about 6:30. It's a good haul. It was a little bit of a crusher up here, but just went for a swim. It was really refreshing. Really beautiful lake. We got a little more time up to the pass, and maybe be up there around onward and upward, I guess. Here we are in Big Wet Meadow. It's not looking terribly wet this time of year, but still gorgeous. It's the end of the day, and we had a heck of a day. It's about 5:20, and made it up over Longley Pass, and that was all right. Then we went down Cunningham Creek, down to Cloud Canyon, which is where we're at right now. And that was not so good. That was, wow. It was quite the bushwhacking experience. We were all just beat, tore up. Luckily I wear pants when I hike, so I'm not too tore up. But the guys I'm with, they're pretty tore up. But seeing this in this light, it makes it worth it. So, fun time hiking game. You can play it yourself, but sometimes you get bored and you just need to put your head down and hike. You can come up with hiking haikus. They're pretty easy to do, right? 5 syllables. I don't know if I have one right now, but just think about it. I don't recommend it over like 10 or 11,000 feet because your brain's just not working at that altitude. You might think you have 5 syllables, but you got like 20. So, oh, what a day. We're gonna try to hike all the way up to Colby Lake. It's about 4 miles away. So at the speed we're going, because we're kind of tired, it'll probably take a good couple hours. But we'll see. If we find a spot we want to stay at earlier, we're gonna do that. All right, I think I got haiku. In the mountains high, Jared hikes for hours and hours. He is really tired. See, there you go. It was like 10 minutes of hiking, and I had fun doing it. Good morning. Stayed at Colby Lake last night. Just got up to the top of Colby Pass. It is absolutely gorgeous. Wonderful day. Not that much wind, and it's just perfect. So I'm going to turn around, do a little video for you guys up here. This is Colby Pass. We've been down into Milestone Basin. Went over Milestone Pass. It was a little technical, but not bad. But the basin's just been unreal, gorgeous. You got trees and rivers and lakes. Up higher, there were no trees, but it was still gorgeous. So, see some of my friends down there. This is totally off trail. There's no trail up here. There's no trail up to Milestone Pass, which is really steep. And then I went to the wrong part of the pass. It looked like a nice saddle. I go a step up at the top, and I just about swallowed my stomach. It was crazy. So steep. It was just a sheer drop off. It was terrifying, actually. So we went around a little more and found the actual way down, which was still pretty technical, but at least doable. That video earlier of that little waterfall, that was just coming into Milestone Basin off of Milestone Pass. Robert and Jay. That is Mount Whitney. Pretty cool. We're just hiking down and saw it. Unmistakable, it's out there, so such a clear day. See little needles on the right side there? I'm pretty well zoomed in. There it is. Very cool. Quite a ways away from it. This is where we're camping. I don't remember the name of the lake. It's on the way to Lake South America, which we're going to look at tomorrow. It's just gorgeous. So awesome to be out here with good buddies who love God, and that's always cool too. Just people who share your interests and your loves in life. So really awesome. Here's my camp. Just because you might be thinking I'm high and mighty, I would certainly hike with people who don't have my same views. I have many friends who are, and I appreciate them and they appreciate me, so yeah. Met a cool guy on the trail. His name's Boris. He's from San Francisco. He was solo backpacking. Really cool guy. So we'll probably see him again tomorrow. Kind of been leapfrogging. Heading up on our way to Lake South America, just me and Jay. Robert's feet are hurting, so he's going to meet us down by the JMT. But we're just about ready to head up to Lake South America. It's really cool this morning, hiking with Jay. He's a great guy. You know, talking about our kids and just life in general. When you're out here, it's just, I know everything's, like I said in my last video, everything's kind of more connected, has a deeper meaning. Get to think about things that, you know, you don't normally stop and think about, like how blessed you are to have a healthy family and to have your own health. And even if you're not that healthy, you know, you can get out and do something. Jay said when he was earlier, you know, he had gotten kind of ill on the trail when we started. Thought we were going to have to turn back. But he woke up the next morning and said, I think I'm going to do it. And he said, you know, your experience is defined by how much suffering you're willing to go through. And I've been thinking about that a lot on this entire trail. You know, when you start to get aches and pains, and your feet start to hurt, you kind of just want to give up and you go, man, I'm done. I want to complain and whine about it. But then you realize it's just such a small part of a greater experience. So, you know, you welcome that because it lets you know you're still alive and you're out here doing what you love, whatever it may be. You know, if you're out here hiking, working on a hobby you love to do, or maybe you're at the point in your life where you have a great deal of suffering. Maybe it's time, you know, this is your time to look past that suffering and still live your life. Have a fuller experience because of it. First glimpse of the lake there. We actually ditched our packs back at the end of the lake because we feel like we needed to carry him down here. I'm kind of glad this is a little steep downhill. We're gonna have to go right back up it. We're just gonna hang out here next to Lake South America. Pass up there, but I'm not quite so sure now. Somewhere around here. Maybe on the other side of the ridge, but I don't think so. This is Junction Pass on the old JMT. Looking towards I can't remember the name of that. Well, earlier I said that we were looking at Kearsarge Pass from Lake South America. That's not right. That was wrong. It looked like it though. It is wicked up here. scramble up some real loose rock. Then we found the trail. Yeah. That's the old one, right?
What's that?
That's the old one, right?
Oh, that's
Good morning. Kind of early start this morning. It's really nice. This will be our last day on the trail. We're gonna get out 2 nights early. We just made a lot of miles and kind of didn't have anywhere else to go on a loop, so yeah, not a big deal. We're on the JMT right now, going northbound, headed towards the cutoff for the PCT, or yeah, no, the cutoff for Kearsarge Pass, excuse me. So, love these early morning hikes. So quiet, you hear the stream, trees. This is a kind of cool section, right by Bub's Creek. We're above Vidette Meadows. Probably about, I don't know, about maybe halfway between Vidette and Forester. We stayed on the creek last night. There's a few other people on the JMT shared campsite with. Right there where the old JMT joins the new JMT. Yesterday was really cool going down that old JMT pass. Junction Pass, and the name of that basin was Center Basin. We went through that. It was really windy last night, so we didn't want to stay up in Center Basin, so we got back down to these trees. Got down kind of late, but it wasn't too bad. Not dark or anything. Looking forward to seeing my family. Met a real neat guy last night from Poland. His name is Kaz, K-A-Z. Really cool guy, older gentleman, retired. Kind of just, he's hiking all over the world, which is really cool. We talked to him for a while. You just meet all sorts of neat people here on the trail, doing things for lots of different reasons. You know, some people it's for healing, some it's a challenge. But all of them are just out here for the experience. They don't even get out here. Like I said before, getting this close to creation and seeing so many different things. You see from the video itself, so many different landscapes. And all here in Sierra Nevada, here in Kings Canyon especially. Like I said before, Kings Canyon National Park is amazing. You gotta get out here and check it out. We go to the park proper where you can drive in from the California side, like Sequoia National Park. They got huge trees, sequoia trees, which are gorgeous. I highly recommend checking that out. And then there's lots of roads you can drive to get back into the backcountry in Kings Canyon. Those are fun too. But to really get into it, you gotta get back here on the trails. As you can see from all the footage I got. Saw some really neat passes. We did except for the first day, we did 2 passes every day, which is pretty normal for us. Anywhere between 15 and 20 miles. A lot of that being off trail. So it's quite a workout. Gets the blood going, that's for sure. We're sore, we're tired. It's totally worth it. It's nice to hike on this trail though. We can make like 20, 25 miles a day on this type of stuff. It's not always about the miles. It's more about just listening to God or whatever you find within yourself to find something bigger than you, because you need to find something bigger than you because you're small. Being out here, you realize that how very small humans are. It's such a big, huge creation that's so much bigger than us, and you have to start asking your questions. Especially out here, you know, where do I fit in this thing that's so much bigger than me? And I think that's one of the things, you know, just the mere fact that you're asking a question kind of points to that there's something bigger than you. Otherwise, why would we be asking that question? So when I start thinking about it, I think, well, something's in me. It's bigger than all this. And I wanted to find out what it was. And for me, that was God and Jesus and what He did for us, what He planted in our hearts. You know, it says in Genesis that we were created in God's image. And that's that special thing that sets us apart from the animals and everything else in this creation is that soul that He created within us that makes us, that forces us to ask that question, why am I here? You know, I don't think animals ask that question. They just exist, they live. We are made for so much more. We're made for being out here and asking those questions and finding a creator that loves us deeply and that created us to have that connection with all of His creation. So it means being created in His image. So yeah, that's kind of where I ended up. Maybe on your journey you'll end up somewhere different. Maybe you'll end up in the same place. I sure hope so. But wherever you end up, get out here. Ask those questions. It's a great place to start asking those questions about yourself and about where you fit in with all of this. Alright. My battery's running low, so I am going to sign off. I may have one more video before I get off trail, but it'll be the same thing. It'll be, you know, heading up to Kearsarge Pass, so we already saw that in the beginning of the film. Alright, thanks for joining me, walking along with me, listening to my thoughts and philosophies. And like I said in my other video, you know, if you don't have these same beliefs, that's totally alright. I don't want you to be turned off by what I say in these videos. Alright, take care.
The whole world is an illusion. Whatever you see outside, the mountains, the lakes, people, they are all illusions created by senses and the mind together.